to connect, to be inspired, to be lifted, to be awakened. Take a deep breath. I pray that right where you are, you're in a comfortable space. Allowing yourself to be open. Allowing yourself to commune and sup with God. Allowing yourself to hear words, affirmations that inspire and lift you. And then remembering that when we breathe in, inhale, exhale, that we are allowing the oxygen of the universe to cleanse. Remember, some people that's on ventilators that have oxygen tanks, they're not able to breathe in deeply and exhale freely. But here we are with the opportunity to do that. And anyone that's online that has an oxygen tank, this is the time that you realize the presence and power of God that is within you. This is the time that we realize the presence and power of God that is within us, that can do all things through us, as us. Our cells healed, rejuvenated, our muscles, organs healed, rejuvenated. This is that time when you sit and sup and commune with Spirit, that we then reawaken to our truth, to what our August theme is: infinite possibilities, unlimited healings, knowings, awakenings. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe that breath of life. Breathe that power and essence of God. Whatever may face us, there is a presence and a power that comes in as we invite it to heal, renew, restore, transform. And so just say to yourself, I am in this essence, this presence of restoration, transformation, renewal, upliftment, inspiration, empowerment. Sit with that, be with that. In this very moment, we are in the presence of the presence, and we're coming together to lift it for each. Opening our consciousness. Always open, but we're opening our consciousness, knowing that we are God in action. We are expressing that magnificence in our lives, in our family, in our neighborhoods, our communities, our church. Everywhere that we go, we are expressing God in action. Breathe that in. Just feel that everywhere that I go, right where I am expressing God in action. All the attributes of truth, peace, love, joy, wholeness, resource, supply, wealth, abundance, prosperity, in all areas. We are the expression of it. No matter what the diagnosis, I am the expression of God's wholeness. That means I'm an overcomer. I'm victorious. We're not denying the letter, the call, the diagnosis, the experience, not denying it. But if it's not to our liking, if it's not the expression, the action of God in, through, as us, I respect it. I don't accept it. Take a breath. Today we are unburdened with worry, doubt, or fear. We are taking every opportunity, every letter, every phone call, every bank statement. We are taking those opportunities to celebrate God's goodness. God's abundance, God's wholeness, God's joy. We are taking this opportunity to express the harmony of God within us. That means that our soul, the spirit of who we are, sings with the universe. We are demonstrating the beauty of God. No matter what, no matter where, no matter how, what matters is when, right now. Celebrate. Lift those burdens. In celebration, we lift the burdens of life. We lift the burdens that sit in consciousness. We lift the burdens that has been in that subconscious mind of ours for years. Lift it. Say to yourself, I am lifting, releasing that no longer serves for my higher good. I am releasing that does not serve my higher good. I'm not just tuning in and listening in. I am hearing and obeying and freeing myself from heaviness, from hurts. And I am awakening. I am opening my consciousness, opening my heart, opening my life to the source of abundance, to the source of health, to the source of joy. We are more than the sum of our mental and physical parts. We are more than our experiences. We are spirit. Human beings, spiritual beings. And we experience both. But we come together on Wednesdays to allow that spiritual being to have precedence, to override, to overrule. That my feelings, my emotions, my circumstances, my challenges, my situations does not have precedence over my life, but that my spiritual beingness, the presence and power of God that moves in as through each of us, that it has the stage, the platform. Breathe. More than my humanness, I am this spirit that cannot be denied. What's for me comes through me, as me. The will of God for each of us is the will of a boundless life. We should not be bound by anything. Our experiences, financial challenges, health challenges, relationship challenges, self-awareness challenges, that's exactly what they are, challenges. It's not the period on our lives, but a comma if we're willing to put our spiritual work clothes on. To truly, moment by moment, hour by hour, affirm our good. And not empower the challenges, the circumstances, the issues, the lack of seeing through the appearances. Breathe. The will of God is to empower us, to inspire us, to lift us, to motivate us, to unite us. God's will is joy, success, happiness, peace, abundance, wholeness. That is the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. Let there be no judgment. No judgment and criticism without love being the first and foremost. People always ask, we're judging everything. We're judging what we like. We're judging where we will go. So we're not saying that there is no judgment, but judgment without condemnation. Judgment without unconditional love is out of order. So we could choose what we eat. We could choose who we hang out with. We could choose where we go. We could choose what neighborhood we live. We could choose. We could judge it. But if we're not judging in love, as I always say, you may not like grape Kool-Aid, but you don't have to talk about it. You could just drink your cherry. So you may not like a person, a company, a neighborhood, but respectively, we bless it. And then we embrace what is for us. No judgment out of order of God. No condemnation. No criticism that does not promote healing, love, joy, peace, unity. When we judge, condemn, or criticize without a solution, a suggestion, in love, we're out of order. Take a deep breath. Just affirming, I will not judge, condemn, or criticize without the accompaniment, the acknowledgement of God, of love, of peace, of unity. Any belief in a power that harms is out of order. It is false. We come together on Wednesdays for justice, for knowledge, for right guidance. Responding to the truth of God, to the presence of God, instead of reacting to people, circumstance, situations, diagnoses, low bank accounts, if a bank account. We come together that we don't react, but we respond in a most positive, loving way. For divine intelligence is always operating through us. And it's operating without confusion, without doubt, without fear, without worry. Divine intelligence moves through us, move calmly, moving us forward. in a progressive way, reaching out. We can look back on our lives and say, I've done this, I've done that, and thinking, feeling that what we've done is enough to not bring hardship, hurt. But we did what we were supposed to do in that time. This is a new moment. God is new every morning, and in its creation, we are new. The universe is unconcerned what we've done. The universe wants to know, as Janet Jackson said, what have you done for me lately? What kindness, what love, what forgiveness have we shown today, in this moment? What did we do new yesterday? No judgment for the past. No condemnation for our past. And that's from the second ago to all of our lives. That's the past. This moment is our now. What are we willing to do now? How are we willing to bless our bodies now? Not thinking and going back to the diagnosis, not going back to the sickness and our low points, not going back there. What are we willing to do with that now? It only made us stronger. Breathe. We're still here. Everything is working together for our good. What are we willing to not pack heavy from the past, but to pack light for the lesson and the blessing and the testimony? We only have now. We don't even have tomorrow, although we've made plans. I'm going to call tomorrow. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow. We just have now. How good is God in, as, through us now? Healing cells, muscle, organs. I don't care how long we've been growing through a diagnosis, a sickness, medication, therapy. God doesn't look at that. We do. But what can God do for us now? Right now. What can God do through us right now? Miracles are what happens when people maximize their right now. Breathe that in. Miracles are what happens when people maximize their right now. That means I was diagnosed, feeling bad a minute ago. But in this moment, my right now, because God is and I am, like Versi said on Sunday, I feel better than I felt and I don't know when. Breathe. The will of God is the will of a bountiful life, a magnificent life, for we are created out of magnificence. The will of God is for us to be whole, perfect, and complete. Not to be it, because we already are it, but to acknowledge it, to recognize it, to unify with it, and to realize that it is real. Wholeness, perfection. Our dis-eases is because of our mental dysfunction. What people say to us, what people have done to us, our experiences, the things we've done that we are ashamed to say, those things are not of wholeness. They're not of God's attributes. And so we need to release them. Whatever happened prior to this moment, even before you zoomed in, dialed in, is our past. Are we willing to step into our new? Forsaken anything else. It is done. It's been done. Can't undo it. Can't unring the bell. That bell was rung. But God has set us in it, with it, as it, to write a new story. To dream a new dream. To have new desires. We are what we think we are. We feel how we allow ourselves to feel. Anger, hurt, regret. You are allowed that because we're free thinking beings. But we tune in on Wednesdays that we are free to be who God said we are. The people that paint with their mouth because they have no arms and legs, they decided that they are whole, perfect, and complete. Breathe. Stevie Wonder, blind at a very young age, decided that he was whole, perfect, and complete. Ray Charles, blind, whole, perfect, and complete. We can look at disabled people, so we call them and label them, and see the things that they do. And here we are, all of our limbs, able to move, walk, see, and we hurt. We are broken. So it's mindset. Take a page from what we've labeled as disabled, just because they can't do this like we do. But they utilize the presence and power of God to do all things. Take a breath. We have the opportunity to do whatever we can believe we can do. To be whatever we believe we can be. To experience and express everything we believe we can. Pick up that bed and not walk, but run. Divine intelligence, it operates through us without confusion. It calmly moves us forward. To affirm that we are guided by an infinite wisdom into the light of the eternal being. No end to us, but forever a new beginning. Something good is unfolding. Something great is happening. Something new is unfolding. So I open my consciousness to the God in action, in, through me. Take a breath. Feel life pulsating through you, healing, rejuvenating, renewing, transforming. Being one with the universal presence. Being all that God said you are, that God said I am. Allow this Wednesday, the words of today, the prayer and visioning of today, allow it to disintegrate any hardness in the heart, allowing the heart to be light, to feel nothing but love and joy, to allow that subjective consciousness to empty out any and every experience and thought that was not and is not for our highest good. Empty it out, release it. Allow the mind to be open and receptive to spiritual wisdom. You are worth it. We are it. Breathe. Oxygenating the body. Releasing toxins. Squeezing those organs. And then relaxing. Being free in the universe. Take in another deep breath. Hold it. Allowing the fumes of truth to just resonate in the body, then lovingly release it. Healing properties are just making itself known within the body from breathing. Acknowledging words of truth. All things are possible. One more breath. Lovingly release it. And then affirming with me, amen. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. You may unmute.